the aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan, Tzu Chi facilitates the Filipinos in repairing their homes, lives, and spirit. How to protect Taiwan's algal reefs, we find out in our new series on protecting marine resources. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. After Typhoon Haiyan wreaked havoc in the central Philippines early November last year, Tzu Chi has since carried out a series of relief work, including launching its Cash for Work program, building prefabricated classrooms, and held several aid distributions. We dedicate most of today's program in looking back to see how Tzu Chi's relief work has brought cities and villages back to life following the catastrophic event, beginning with Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program.
On November 8th, Super Typhoon Haiyan made landfall in the central Philippines around 4 in the morning, bringing death and destruction. More than 5,000 lives were lost and over 4.3 million people became homeless. To help the storm victims of Tacloban City clean up their neighborhoods and rebuild, Tzu Chi decided to launch its Cash for Work program. However, many residents were at first skeptical at an organization that pays them to clean up their own streets.
Last night when they received their money, I'm sure everybody saw it. So now they say, we believe Tzu Chi. So they are here today.
The Tzu Chi Foundation let us know that we need to work if we want to make a change.
This is a great way to provide working opportunities for us, so there is no looting.
We get to earn money and help our community and environment.
Quickly, the number of participants increased from 500 to a record high of over 300,000 in total.
Has very low income. So this help you have given to us, this Cash for Work, you paid us by cleaning our own dirt.
Residents work swiftly in teams to clear out the debris as they inch one step closer to rebuilding their homes. The Mendoza's home and factory were destroyed by Typhoon Haiyan. Along with their 8 staff members, they became victims overnight. Having heard about Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program, they traveled from Palo to Tacloban.
I told the volunteers we are from Palo. We need your help. Please help us. Our staff hasn't eaten for a long time. If I had the money, I would buy food for them to eat, but I don't have any money.
Thank you.
This is very important to us as we have lost everything. Thank you so much.
The process of distributing consolation cash can also bring to light a person's character.
There are only 9 of us. This money is extra, so I brought it back.
Since the Tzu Chi Philippines chapter implemented the Cash for Work program in Tacloban, not only have streets in the city become cleaner, it has also inspired many program participants to sign up as volunteers instead, while some has even given up their pay to help those in greater need.
You Tzu Chi volunteers don't even know us, yet you are here helping us. This makes me want to help my fellow people too. Even if I don't get paid, it's all right.
I'm so happy. Even my husband was enjoying because he managed the new registration. The Magallanes is cleaned already. So one worker said it is the new hero. The new hero in Tacloban is the Tzu Chi.
Residents expressed their gratitude to volunteers through writing and song.
Sa mga Taclobanon, kayo ang nagbigay ng lakas at pag-asa para makabangon ang Tacloban.
And the 2 words Tzu Chi has become a cheer for local residents, even for those who don't know how to speak Chinese.
It felt like the end of the world. We had no one to turn to, no food and no job. Only when you arrived did we feel that there is still hope.
Besides cash and supplies, beginning on November 26th, Tzuji's instant rice meals have been made available to Cash for Work participants. Upon receiving the hot food, the residents are all in smiles.
Did you like it? Delicious.
I'm very happy to have something to eat. Besides, the food you provide us is easy to take away. I will bring this bag of rice back home and share it with my family. Thank you very much for the hot meal. It's a great help.
Thanks to Tzuji volunteers' hard work, a sense of normalcy is beginning to return to Leyte province here in the Philippines.
With thousands of schools damaged following Typhoon Haiyan, besides Tzuji's Cash for Work program, volunteers also looked into building prefabricated classrooms to ensure students' education is not interrupted by the calamity. Overall, Tzuji constructed some 30 prefab classrooms in Tacloban, Tonga, and Ormoc, giving countless children the opportunity to continue to pursue their dreams. Moved by Tzuji's efforts, many teachers and students expressed their gratitude through songs and words.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day, so let's start giving.
In the aftermath of the devastating storm, 7,000 schools in the country were forced to close. At the Tunga Central Elementary School, some children are still able to attend music classes as the typhoon did not destroy all the buildings.
Naglilinis sa bahay.
Happy ba kayo na meron na makakaroon ng bagong classroom kayo?
Thinking you must still have space here.
Yes, at the center.
To help, the crew who assisted in the construction of classrooms for the 921 Project Hope in Taiwan have arrived at Tunga ready to set up prefab classrooms.
The most important task is to help students return to school as soon as possible. We also want to have a place for the street kids. That's why we need to hurry up and set up these prefabricated classrooms.
For the principal, Amalia Lawson, these prefabricated classrooms have arrived just in time.
That building is only 18 classes. So we have 35 pupils per class. So Sir Jimmy told us that 1/10 could be occupied by 70 pupils. So 9 divided by 2, we will have 18 classrooms. 18 classes will occupy the 9/10.
However, soon these children will no longer have to put up with the danger of studying in these damaged classrooms, as the 9 prefabricated shelters have been built. To celebrate this momentous occasion, all of the students from Tunga Central Elementary School are here.
Kami ng Tacloban, kamay ng Tzuji.
10-year-old John draws a thank you card expressing the bond between Tacloban and Tzuji. A hand-picked bouquet of flowers is a simple yet heartfelt gift that the children wanted to present to Tzuji volunteers. Teachers also wrote a song called Tzuji in Tunga, which the children sang, voicing their gratitude for what Tzuji has done for their school. On the first day of studying inside the prefab classrooms, the students relished learning in a new environment.
Ano pa? Malamig. Tati, mainit ba yan?
Maganda yung paligid ng maganda yung bintana. Tsaka yung babaw.
Malaking tulong talaga ito para sa amin at sa mga...
It is so much better than before because the wind blew the roof off, and so when it rained, the students would have to run and find shelter. Now we can hold classes for the whole day without worries.
Hindi katulad doon na yung sira yung namin.
Following Typhoon Haiyan, Tunga National High School was among the schools that were severely damaged.
5 classrooms totally damaged. They are no longer be useful for our daily class.
With a decrease in rooms, classrooms are crowded with pupils. It is then that Tzu Chi came to the rescue.
For me, it's a big help for us so that we can conduct more classes to normalize, if possible, those merged sections temporarily will be restored, will be back to the original section.
Using 1,000 screws, a prefab classroom can be assembled in 2 hours with the help of 15 people.
Throughout our research and development, we kept in mind Master Zeng Yan's initial reminder to us. We're not only providing for survivors, it has to be suitable for ourselves as well.
In the future, these prefab classrooms put together in Tacloban can also be used as temporary shelters in case of an emergency. Though it takes 3 hours to get from Tacloban to Omagh City, Tzu Chi's construction team does not let go of any chances to help students continue with their studies as they made their way to Ipoh Central Elementary School to put together 5 prefab classrooms.
Because our schools have been devastated so much, so your help is a big contribution.
Unloading pieces one by one, many parents are here to help after the school's principal explained Tzu Chi's mission. These acts of kindness affirm that one is never alone in doing good deeds. Overall, Tzu Chi constructed 30 prefab classrooms in Leyte Province, ensuring that children's education is not disturbed by the catastrophe, while also leaving deep impression in the hearts of many. To express their thanks, the Ipoh Central Elementary School composed a song especially dedicated to the Tzu Chi Foundation.
Thank you for this Tzu Chi Foundation. You are one of a kind. You are our friend. Home we thankful. You help our school. You are so cool.
In the immediate aftermath of Super Typhoon Haiyan, Tzu Chi volunteers from around the globe, including those already in the Philippines, gathered to survey the extent of damage and organize relief distributions where needed. With help from barangay heads, volunteers are able to put together lists of aid recipients and held approximately 30 aid distributions in Cebu, Tonga, Ormoc, Dulag, and Tacloban, helping a total of over 53,000 families on their path to recovery.
Residents of the Central Philippines have learned to cherish their blessings after surviving Typhoon Haiyan.
Now my daughter is the only thing that keeps me going.
To relieve disaster survivors of their financial burdens, Tzu Chi decided to distribute daily necessities. But first, volunteers have to put together a list of recipients from the tens of thousands of storm victims. Dozens of volunteers spent days to key in the information given by the barangay heads. Thanks to these community leaders' cooperation, the database of aid recipients was finished in time. To make sure the relief items get to the right person, extra information for cross-reference is included.
Pangalan po? Alan. Pangalan ng asawa nyo?
Risa.
Ilan po kayo sa bahay?
4, 2 kong anak.
Barangay heads are also on site to help out. In the village of Tunga in Leyte Province, as Tzu Chi volunteers lead the villagers in prayer, many couldn't hold back their tears because after enduring much hardship, help has finally come.
No other organization has held a distribution here in Tonga. It has mostly been in Tacloban and Omagh, so we felt the need to come here and help them out.
We are so thankful for your help. You asked me if I am happy. I am extremely happy.
What's out?
My home was washed away, but everybody is safe and sound. I'm grateful for the assistance Tzu Chi provided us.
The money they have received now, you are going to buy the DaAi sheets for the roofing of your houses and to start a new life.
Besides cash, survivors also received a letter filled with blessings of Master Zhen Yan and all Tzu Chi members around the world.
Our cadres are read this letter because we have been selected by Tzu Chi. Volunteers are here to help us who endured hardships.
Grateful for the financial assistance, 23-year-old Mary Rose Pasan says she now can rise from the fall and has much confidence for the days ahead.
I am delighted to be able to start rebuilding my home. Our ability to stand up again is because you have given us much assistance and hope.
At an aid distribution in Tunga, 80-year-old Virginia realized she had received more money than she was supposed to and immediately returned to the event with her granddaughter to give back the extra cash to Tzu Chi volunteers.
Thank you so much. Thank you for helping not only us, but to the community.
Volunteers then visited this honest family and saw how easily they could have kept the extra money for repairs but did not.
It's not money that we earned, so we can't keep it.
Thank you for Taiwan. Tzu Chi Foundation. Thank you.
Tzu Chi volunteers can feel the family's modest demeanor and wish for them to quickly return to normal.
Master Cheng Yan,
Master Zhen Yan is not a stranger to residents of Tacloban, as during Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program, the Master's portrait was deeply embedded in their hearts.
This is a blessing for us that you come here to clean our country, our municipality. Thank you very much. I would like to thank you so much, and we love you very much.
By a storm like this, and this is the first time also that we've been helped, in such a degree wherein, it has impacted our city. Kaya in our words, maraming salamat talaga sa tulong ninyo.
Up until the end of December, Tzu Chi Foundation held several relief distributions in Urmark, Cebu, Tacloban, Tunga and Dulag, giving over 53,000 families the aid supplies needed to rebuild their lives.
From my heart, I pray the typhoon caused the tragedy that we are now experiencing. Thus, I hope there will be no more disasters in the Philippines.
At Tzu Chi's distributions, residents are seen donating PET bottles and spare change to help those in greater need, which fuels the cycle of love. In cities and villages devastated by the typhoon, not only has a sense of normalcy returned, but so has hope and faith.
Thank you, Mr. Cheng
Thank you.
Algal reefs are formed by dead calcareous algae and grow only 1 centimeter every 10 years. Taiwan's algal reefs are very rare and began growing some 7,500 years ago. The biodiversity found in the reefs is an invaluable part of the greater marine ecosystem. Sadly, the precious reefs now face destruction due to illegal wastewater discharge. Today, we began a new series on protecting Taiwan's marine resources. Here's more.
The uneven porous surface of algal reefs along Taoyuan County's coastline are full of life. The biodiversity found here are the reef's greatest contribution to the sea.
Why not lift up a rock and see what's underneath? Algal reefs are very porous and crabs love to crawl into their holes. So see here, I didn't lie to you, right?
Yes, Gui is a resident of Xinwu Township. He hopes to introduce the prized treasure of his hometown, which is more than 7,500 years old, to all.
Here is called Xiaofanli River. Down over there is called Houhu River. This gap of 4.7 kilometers in total makes it the largest algal reef in Taiwan.
Originally, the nearly 30 kilometers of coastline between Dayuan and Xinwu were occupied by algal reefs, which made up 3/5 of Taiwan's total. However, wastewater discharged by the nearby industrial park has reduced the reefs down to 4.7 kilometers in length. To protect the reefs, local residents formed an organization called DKSI. Its chairman says the root of the problem lies in the Sulin River, where industrial wastewater is discharged and allowed to flow to the reefs.
The wastewater discharged here has not been processed at all. Since the industrial park was established, we have yet to discover anything alive in this creek.
Even plants cannot survive in this noxious river. The foul stench is the result of factories discharging wastewater in the middle of the night. At times, the river even turns red during the day. DKSI decided to make a petition to the Executive Yuan to protect their precious algal reefs.
We think the whole algal reefs along Taoyuan County's coastline must become natural reserves. When the industrial pollution has been dealt with, and when people learn to protect the area, life will return here.
The Nature Reserves Act prevents all natural landscape from tampering and destruction, which will protect the reefs. However, the Taoyuan County government hopes to instead enact the Wildlife Preserves Act, which only protects the wildlife inhabiting in the area.
But then specialists said the biodiversity there is quite impressive. They say besides the algal reefs, the variety of wildlife is worth recognizing. So our preliminary conclusion is that the Wildlife Preserves Act is possibly an option.
Still, the root of the problem remains in the industrial park. As the current environmental law stands, factories can easily discharge wastewater when government inspectors are not on site. Thus, activists suggest the law be modified and based on the change in local ecology instead.
What kind of life should we be able to discover here? For example, we should at least see some types of snails, such as the crown turban. But when you can't even find something like that here, then the pollution is quite evident.
Perhaps the price of development is the destruction of the environment. But then is it not the responsibility of an advanced and civilized society to safeguard a precious ecosystem? Hopefully, this will not be the final footage of the algal reefs in Taoyuan.
At the end of the show, we followed Tzu Chi volunteers on their visit to National Hualien Special School to spread the message of environmental protection to its students. Extra learning aids such as videos and fun games helped many students digest the concepts. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for tuning in to DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.